Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez directly called out Democratic lawmakers by name during a Wednesday town hall event. Ocasio-Cortez started by saying that she is, quote, never satisfied with the progress Congress has made, and then specifically called out Senators Joe Manchin and Sinema. She said she was disappointed in the moderate senators for not supporting President Biden's Build Back Better bill last December. The New York Democrat then said that while, quote, there are a lot of areas where I think we've fallen short for sure, but also I think there are a lot of areas where we've had leaps forward.
I recently wrote a new question, so thank you for your work, first of all. And my question is, since you got into Congress, have you been satisfied with the progress the U.S. has made so far?
Well, I'm never satisfied. I think that this has been a very unique political window. I'm very frustrated by the stalling of what we've been of what we should have otherwise accomplished in the Senate. I believe that, and I've said this before at town halls, I believe that Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema's, which again, my side of the team, right? I don't think that we should divide ourselves into like two camps or anything like that. But that is my side of the aisle, and I'm very disappointed in their actions to block the Build Back Better Act, which is what would have gotten us $40 billion for NYCHA, so that people aren't sleeping in the cold and have access to hot water. I'm not pleased with the lack of investment in high-speed rail that we so desperately needed in this country. There are a lot of things that I think we could have pushed more aggressively on. I'm very disappointed in lack of progress for immigrants. I think there's something to be said, even though the gentleman had left, there's something to be said about the fact that, yes, we want people to be documented here. And the fact that people aren't documented is evidence of our failings to make progress in these systems. And so there are a lot of areas where I think we've fallen short, for sure. But also, I think there are a lot of areas where we've had leaps forward. Like it's kind of like we're able to hold two truths at the same time. We've made so much progress, and it still isn't enough. And so I try to appreciate the massive wins that we've had here. 9 million climate jobs, a 40% reduction in carbon emission. That buys us time on climate. It buys us time on a lot of these things. But there's a lot. Every day I wake up and we don't have guaranteed health care in the United States of America is a disappointment. I'm not gonna, it is. Every day we wake up and we continue to give subsidies to the fossil fuel industry is a disappointment. Every day we wake up and there isn't a truly just, viable path to citizenship for people who come to our shores, just like our ancestors did, unless you come from certain backgrounds, is a disappointment. Every day that we don't raise the minimum wage, we're so past beyond $15 right now, and that fight started 10 years ago. I don't even want 15 anymore. I want 23. Okay? So every day we wake up and those things aren't a reality, I'm annoyed, more than annoyed, but I'm gonna try to keep it PC here. But at the same time, I think one of our biggest enemies is not actually our opposition, or not who TV tells us our enemies are politically or whatever. I think our enemy is cynicism. And when we don't take stock of the huge leaps and bounds that we have made, we're gonna give up too early. And I just wanna tell you all how profound the progress has been in the last 4 years, just in terms of movement. The entire